Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Neeraj Shetty and welcome to Uday Fin Expert Session. Uday is an online fintech education platform by Mumbai Fintech Hub, which is an entity created by Maha IT and Government of Maharashtra. Uday helps students learn a lot more about fintech and help them pursue careers in fintech by getting access to relevant knowledge and by developing certain skills. Today we have with us Soumya, who's the co-founder of Taraki. Soumya, welcome to our Uday Fin Expert Session. It's our privilege to have you here.
Hey there, hey Neeraj, hi. Thanks for having me here. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much, Soumya. Today we're going to talk about embedded finance. But before we do that, let me give you all a quick intro about Soumya. Soumya is the co-founder of Taraki, an embedded infrastructure company in the investment space. Before moving back to India to launch Taraki, Soumya worked in Deloitte in New York. He's worked in their financial institutions group and advised on multiple M&A transactions, private equity, private debt and equity valuations, and purchase price allocations. Soumya also has an MBA from Fordham University. And before his MBA, he was working with ILNFS Capitals. Soumya has also been a recipient of MetLife India Fast Start Achiever Award at the age of 20 for record life insurance sales for MetLife India. And outside work, Soumya is an avid fan of football and also enjoys playing golf. Thank you so much, Soumya, for agreeing to do this. I'll quickly jump in and get started. Students have already been like they're pretty much online most of these days, and if you see by and going by all the ads, wealth management is being spoken about a lot. If you can quickly summarize and why is it important for the students to start saving and investing early, like more than our earlier generations? Like right now, there's also been a push on to not only save but also to invest. Can you just quickly summarize to our students why is it more important?
The whole point about savings early is it helps you reach your financial goals earlier. The further you delay, and these are even small things, even if you delay, yeah, if you delay investing by a year, you could be pushing your financial goals out by further 2 to 3 years as well. The most beautiful part about starting early is, of course, the power of compounding. So that's one of the core reasons why it does not matter if you are in college or if you're still studying. I'm sure everyone has that ability to make micro savings. The best part about financial services now is it has enabled even 10 rupee investments. So the whole idea is, even if you're a student and from your pocket money also, if you can start saving 100 rupees today, in the longer run, that 100 rupees with the power of compounding will help you build a very sizable investment portfolio in the long run. While at the same time, when you start seeing your investments start to compound earlier, 5, 7, 10 years from down the line, you'll see its actual impact. So it's always better to start early rather than to start late.
Right. Thanks. uh, Firstly, congratulations on Taraki doing so well on so many fronts. To dive right into our topic, can you give us an overview of embedded finance and like its evolution so far? What exactly is embedded finance?
So when you look at embedded finance is nothing but integrating a financial services product in an existing journey of a consumer. And to and just if I were to simplify this further, embedded finance could be even something where, let's say, you go to a shopping mall today and someone comes and tells you that, do you want a 0% loan? If you're buying something for 10,000, do you want a loan of 1,000 rupees over 10 months? That is embedded finance. Or you could be on, let's say, buying an air ticket, and you see a life and a general insurance company trying to sell you an insurance policy. That is again embedded finance. So embedded finance is something which, over the last 5 to 7 years, you would have seen a significant growth of embedded finance. This is predominantly just bundling products together and going them hand in hand, like an air ticket and an insurance, or a mobile purchase with an EMI. The reason why, so when you look at it, Just to simplify in a layman's term, embedded finance is when you're buying something or when you're purchasing something and one secondary product gets bundled into that existing core product. That is what embedding is.
Right. Right. Thanks for that. So, thinking out loud, what are the biggest challenges that embedded finance has helped overcome? More so, like even for the customers or for the like retail investors, like how has like what are the biggest challenges that it has helped overcome?
I think it just brings absolute simplification. Let's take an example. Earlier, let's say 10, 15 years ago, if you lost your bank debit card, you'd probably have to go to a branch, fill out a form. Once you fill out the form, the bank would take would take at least 15, 20 days to process it and send the card across to you. Today in net banking, you go towards, let's say I've lost my card, you can instantly block it and order a new one, and in the next 3 days it's going to be at your doorstep. Now, when you look at it, a bank is not in the business of printing cards or issuing cards. There is an embedded finance layer over there where there is a card company who's issuing the card on behalf of the bank. Now, when you look at it from a ease of customer experience perspective, something which was taking a very long time within the entire banking ecosystem has today been solved by technology, and especially when you look at it, embedded finance, where instantly a card got issued and delivered. Same applies. If you were to buy insurance 5 or 7 years ago or 10 years ago, if you were going to buy travel insurance, you would have had to contact your agent who would kind of sell you an insurance policy. The entire process used to be long. Today, while buying a ticket, along with 2 clicks, you can even buy a travel insurance. So when you look at it from an ease perspective of the customer, things just become very simple where within 2 clicks they are able to purchase something. And this is very common. Like this is what we do. So when you even look at the evolution, there is cards, there is insurance, then there is at the same time one other great example apart from cards and insurance is lending. A lot of embedded finance companies are there who are helping banks, NBFCs process loans much quicker using technology. Loan applications which would take earlier 3 weeks, 4 weeks now get processed in a day. Now, when you're applying for a loan at your bank's or NBFC's website, there is a backend engine running of some fintech who has embedded a layer of certain due diligences, certain credit checks, collection of PAN card, collection of Aadhaar or proof of address. All of these things can be done digitally. So for a bank, which was a very labor-driven process, has now just transitioned into a quick digital process. And for you as an end user, the loans get disbursed much quickly. So when you look at the use cases, of course, payments, let's say if you were to buy something, cash on delivery versus paying through a payment gateway. Again, that's one other example of embedded finance. But when you accumulate all of these examples of embedded finance in one place, at the end of the day, what it brings is simplicity. It just brings simplicity in the lives of not only the buyer, but the seller as well.
Right. So as you said, rightly pointed out, like if like the earlier it was like so much difficult and like so much manual processes and like so much various things doing parallelly, and today we are doing, at a single click we're doing multiple things. So my question right here is, okay, we have covered like a good journey, but where do you see embedded finance going 5 to 10 years from now? Like what would that journey be like?
So when you look at embedded finance, like there are endless possibilities which keep opening up every day. I think every sort of financial services in the long run will be bundled and embedded into each platform. So like eventually, if I look at it 10 years down the line, all fintechs will be selling multiple products. Lending fintechs will enter into insurance, they'll enter into wealth. Let's say insurtech fintechs will start selling wealth management. So eventually, as and when right now more of fintech is in a phase of, let's say, customer acquisition, everyone's growing their customer bases. But once the customer bases start becoming large enough, you will see a lot of these companies who will be selling multiple products. And that is the role of embedded finance comes in, where it helps you build a one-stop solution for all of your users. Your core business could be, let's say, lending. However, you'd want to add a bouquet of wealth product onto your platform so that your users don't have to use multiple applications or multiple products. Something, when you look at it from a perspective, a lot of banks have started doing this. They offer wealth, they offer investing in stocks, they offer insurance, they offer core banking services. But at the heart of everything remains embedded finance, where not everyone will be the core distributors of every product. It could be that, let's say, a lending start or lending fintech has partnered with a wealth fintech and has embedded a wealth product. And that is something which have a very strong focus on. Any fintech or any BFSI or any bank who wants to embed a wealth management or an investment product, that is where we come into the picture. They might be working with 3 other providers on, let's say, lending, insurtech. But yeah, from a next 5 to 10 year perspective, I would not be surprised if even e-commerce websites are selling loans and insurance and wealth management products. And that's something which we've already started seeing, right? A lot of e-commerce
Right.
companies are selling insurance already.
Right. Like much of their like the fintech arm of all the e-commerce websites, like they've started selling insurance already on multiple fronts.
Hmm.
But Soumya, I would again like to thank you for giving us your valuable time and letting us know what embedded finance is about. And I'm sure the students are happy to hear and get more acquainted about embedded finance. Thank you so much, Soumya. It was a pleasure doing this with you.
Likewise, Neeraj. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.